Hey everybody, Teddy J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. What's good? I hope you're doing well. Now, we have a few characters on here that seem to think we're going to have a conversation about one-liners. We're not. Ha ha ha. But let's dump some news, and then we're just going to open Friday Flips up to everybody. So real quick, Toncoin is probably going to face a short squeeze, right? And the reason why? Well, the math. So there are going to be some people that are going to be feeling it in a little while. Pucker up, buttercup. Then you have MicroStrategy approaching $7 billion in profit because of their aggressive purchasing of Bitcoin. You have to commend Michael Saylor and his team for a ridiculously aggressive use of debt to create profit. They're literally every time they issue debt, you have to know that they're betting on profit. $1.01 billion in debt was issued. They're going to get that back in profit, what, in a quarter? Possibly way more than that. MicroStrategy is doing well, making smart moves. Such smart moves that are being duplicated by other companies around the world. Then you have Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu has surged about 50% in how many days is it? Give me a moment. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Hey, Paula. Hey, Hutanic. What up, Rick Ritchie? The infamous squad is almost all here. Oh, snap. Corey in his house. What's up, dog? So what else do we have? Great to see you, by the way. I know you're a hardworking person. I get it. I totally get it. But I hope you're catching some of the, the reruns. You know what I mean? Then you got Hamster Combat dropping almost 50% after its airdrop. The reports were true, right? Reports were true. Most meme coins dropped that much within 15 days after their airdrop. Wow. 50% within 15 days was the report that I read. Reported that a couple of days ago. So if you want to see the video, go ahead and look at it. Like I said, I think it's a couple of days ago. You can read in the description what I'm talking about. I give you the bullet points, and you can easily identify, where it's at and all that good stuff. Hamster Combat, yeah. Whew. The price drop there was ridiculous, and you sit there and you just kind of like, damn. The airdrop wasn't all that. Toncoin team was saying, hey, we could drop because of what we're expecting. They didn't get anywhere near that, which is why everybody yesterday on last night's show was like, hey, I thought the airdrop was today because Toncoin didn't go down. In other words, the airdrop that brought down Toncoin was dogs, and they expected more from Hamster Combat, and it never came to fruition. So good and bad. So now I just want to watch and monitor Hamster Combat to see if people leave the game only because they were only playing the game because they wanted to get the coins, or if they actually like the game and they'll stay with the game, in which case there's a chance that Hamster Combat can make a comeback. Cool. BitGet Wallet launches OmniConnect, and it is specifically for Telegram to bring Telegram users over into Web3 spaces to make it easier for them to do Web3 transactions. Pretty nice. Bedrock Protocol. This is amazing. $2 million lost. How? There was some kind of an exploit there where they were able to swap 1-for-1 ETH to Bitcoin. Why couldn't somebody let me in on that? Why couldn't somebody let me in on that? I'd have bought like 10 Ethereum off the bat, like boom, and immediately made bank. I mean, think about it. 10 Ethereum would be like, it would be less than $30,000. Now multiply Bitcoin. Even if Bitcoin was at $50,000, the only problem that thereafter is you would have to immediately have run that through, a tornado cash like service. Why? Because if you didn't, they could kill the wallet. Technically, they could kill the wallet. I'll get to you guys in a moment. That was Bedrock Protocol. BitGet, we already spoke about launching the whole Omni Connect thing, and then SEC settles with Mango Networks. Mango Networks has to kill the MNGO or Mango token, and they have to kick up 500 grand. That's rude. I made a very special vanilla Greyhound tonight. Mostly gin. Probably a 2-to-1 combination of gin and vodka with cranberry juice, rosemary, and vanilla. Oh my God, it tastes so good. I never would have thought it would have that kind of flavor to it. The flavor is just ridiculously awesome. That's the news. I'm not going over, we could go over, early mornings news. You could hit me with that kind of stuff. But really, what's on your mind tonight? I'm willing to start exploring some other topics on a Friday Flips, because that's what it's all about. Hutanic, the list of things I find I look forward to is getting short. Yeah. This live is at the top of the list. Man, I'm blessed. Thank you very much. I'm glad this live is at the top of the list, man. Does that mean I have no life? No, it means you have a life. You have patient one. And you're still sucking there on the right side of the grass. I think you're doing all right, man. I think you're doing all right. Debt is how the rich people do it. They don't spend their own money. Yes, on a personal level. At a business level, they're using debt to increase the profit of the business. That's what's amazing. A lot of times you'll see companies do that, and it's not paying off as much as what MicroStrategy is doing. MicroStrategy said, we have a strategy, we're sticking to it, and it has been working for us. Massively. Imagine how much Bitcoin they're holding right now, and the value of that Bitcoin at $100,000, $200,000. One day, possibly at $1 million, you're possibly looking at the world's richest company before it gets there, just because of the value of Bitcoin. Imagine that. That's more than ridiculous. That's more than ridiculous. Just saying. Michael Saylor is another person I would like to. I was talking about this morning about how, the people that I would like to interview on the show. Michael Saylor is another one. I don't want to know how you made your money. I want to know your thought process behind how, why, when you started realizing Bitcoin was the way to go. Like that moment. What was that trigger, that moment that said, you're all in? That's what I want to know. I want to know things like that. I want to know, now that you are primarily, that your revenue is primarily coming from Bitcoin, right? What's in your future? All jokes aside, just what's in your future? What's in MicroStrategy's future is what I'm really asking, right? Because they're a software company and they're going to start building software to be, to help build up on top of Bitcoin. That's great. That's awesome. Beyond that, though, what else are you going to do? Because that seems like a pastime instead of a primary business. Primary business is buying Bitcoin. And what's the math, right? Really think about this. What's the math on the debt that you've issued versus the amount of money you're making from Bitcoin? I'd like to understand that math. I would also like to understand where his thoughts are for the future of Web3. People spend a lot of time asking people, oh, how'd you make your money? But nobody gives a crap about how you made your money. I want to know how, if you had to start right now and you had X amount of income, what would you do with your money? What would your lifestyle be to achieve the goals that you're setting forward if you had to start over right now? If you had to start over right now, what would it be? What kind of life would you live? I'm not worried about how much of a downgrade it would be or anything like that. I want to know how they think. How they think, how they approach things. When you guys listen to me talk about, doing your own research, I'm trying to get you to think. I'm trying to get you to think from various perspectives. That's what research does for you. It offers you various perspectives on a given topic. If you're not getting various perspectives for a given topic, you're not researching either enough or correctly. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. At Rick Ritchie, that is a story absolutely true. 400 years, the next era is inverted of that philosophy. It is not that we don't have a life. You just have your priorities right. Thank you, Rick Ritchie. The next wealth transfer is ditching a dead reserve currency. Last one holding dollars lost or will lose. Yep. Because they did not see change coming and adapt. Oof. Powerful words. Hat tip to you, young man. Fiat around the world is undergoing a massive change. Massive. You literally right now are watching fiat fail. The United States has $35 trillion in debt. How are we going to pay that? How are we going to pay that? You have to have a government. You have to fund the government. That's why I'm coming up with suggestions like we have sources where we can leverage almost free energy. Why aren't you mining? Why aren't you minting? Why aren't you validating? Why aren't you doing a lot of things to help supplement the government's income? Right? Married man, he's the only income. Time for wifey to get up and go get a job. That's what that means. Right? Find ways to supplement the country, and also find ways to not waste money. If countries move to crypto, not CBDCs, but crypto, you'd see where the money is going. Why do you really think they want to create CBDCs? Because they control it. If they use something like, a regular crypto, well, we'd be able to see where their money is going. And as people in different countries, we'd be able to say that's not how we want our money spent. Why are you paying two people in a basement for a multi-billion-dollar government contract, let's say? Some simple stuff. Some very simple stuff. Fiat is the biggest Ponzi of all time. Fiat is the biggest Ponzi of all time. That's what Rick Ritchie is saying. Wow. So, again, how do we pay off the debt? By the way, we're not the most indebted around the world. China's got problems. We all know Russia's got problems. I mean, There are so many countries around the world that have their own economic problems. It's almost as if somebody should just press reset. Oh, that's right, they did. It's called crypto. It's called crypto. So I'm really just wondering, how that's going to work out. I really am wondering how that's going to work out. So when for all those that don't understand, when you listen to Hutanik and he says, the bulk of my money, except for a couple of dollars to cover monthly bills, is not in a bank, but in crypto, staking, doing that kind of replacing your bank with bank-like services. Lord help the world if more businesses accept crypto, because Hutanik will never come back. Think about that. Imagine if you could pay your mortgage in crypto. Go grocery shopping, pay in crypto. Changes that whole landscape, doesn't it? It would change that whole landscape. That's what I'm talking about. There's stuff out there. The only way to pay the debt is to inflate the currency to a point $1 trillion buys lunch. Not really, right? Not really. I mean, there are ways that you could bring down that debt. There are ways. I posted, or, in a video I did a while ago, I said, if the wealthy would pay their fair share, if businesses, if multi-million dollar businesses would pay their fair share, you could pay down the debt. Stop giving them tax write-offs. Stop giving them subsidies to open up a business or open up an office in your city, and they don't have to pay taxes. That's corporate welfare. What the hell do they need with corporate welfare? So they're going to exist in a community that they're not giving money to. Insane. I'm sorry, no, it's not insane. It's stupid. Think about that. It's dumb as a box of rocks. But if you had those big businesses, because the little guy pays taxes. The little people pay taxes. They pay taxes and are forced to pay taxes even when they don't have the money to pay the taxes. That's what keeps them poor. Us, poor. Then you have the wealthy that live off of debt. Oh, well, I'm not making money off of that. I took a loan against it and I live off the loan, not the value. Yeah, see, that's what I mean by unrealized gains. If you can take a loan off of that, to me, that's a realized gain, because you're placing a value on it and you're getting an equivalent loan. Probably taking out a life insurance policy or whatever to pay that loan back when you croak. Just saying, there comes a point where, no, those are realized gains. Those are realized gains. I bought something for $100. It's worth $100,000 now. I take a loan out for $50,000. $50,000 is unrealized still, but the other 50 minus the $100, those are realized gains. Just saying. I'm okay with unrealized gains only if I get unrealized losses. No, I'm not with that. I'm not with that, because all of our unrealized losses, right, are not going to equate to the unrealized gains that are actually gains when you're able to take a loan from it, because that's what all the rich people are doing. The more money you have, the more debt you can issue, and you can live off of the money that you got from issuing that debt. You can't do that as a normal person. The number's not big enough. So no, I think the definition of unrealized gains needs to be redefined. And just that situation, I spent $100. I now have $100,000, but it's sitting there. I never touched it. I'm not taking it out. I'm taking a loan against it. The amount of the loan equates to the value the valuation of that stock of money, right? That pot of money. You should pay taxes on that loan. But there are no taxes on loans. There are no taxes on debt. How do you think all these rich people live? They live on debt, even though they can afford to not live on debt. So eventually it does trickle down. Trickle down theory works because the bills trickle down. The wealth does not. Just saying, just putting it out there for you. Not sure if my strategy is correct, but sold my MicroStrategy bag today, about 16% profit. Still have BTC, needed dry powder, and wishing for a pullback. Did you sell the whole bag? Because I probably wouldn't have sold the whole bag. If it was me, my money, or my kids' money, I wouldn't have sold the whole bag. I agree with you, Hutanic, but I wouldn't have sold the whole bag. I would have smoothed off or swiped off the amount for profit. I'd have taken the 16%, let the rest of it ride. That's what I would have done. That's just me. Lex Luthor, what's up, dog? Yeah, MicroStrategy does currently outperforms Bitcoin currently, but the projection is that it won't. However, you do have to wind up doing the math, doing the projections on if Bitcoin goes up this much, the value of MicroStrategy is going to go up this much. So it actually could be that MicroStrategy keeps pace, its current pace of outpacing Bitcoin. It's highly possible. Because think about it, no matter what the value of Bitcoin is, MicroStrategy's value should wind up being worth more. Because they're holding such a large stockpile of Bitcoin, number one. Two, they actually do run a business. So the value of MicroStrategy is probably going to move faster than Bitcoin. So that's what I'm saying. I would have shaved my profit. If I needed dry powder, I would have shaved my profit. I wouldn't have sold the whole bag. There's too much potential in that bag. So yeah, I wouldn't have done that. Again, there's a lot of math, which I love. But then it dips more on pullbacks. No, MicroStrategy, you've got to do historical research on MicroStrategy and Bitcoin to see when Bitcoin takes a hit, how far or how big of a hit does MicroStrategy take? So if Bitcoin drops 10%, does MicroStrategy drop 10%? Or does it maintain it drops, but it maintains a certain level? That's the kind of math that you're going to have to do to figure that out. I think that move might have been a little bit hasty. It's not what I would have done. Like I said, I'm prone to shaving off profit unless I've made so much money that I could pull out the equivalent of my initial investment. And then I just let the rest of it rock. Because that would mean that's all free money. So you could look at it in the reverse, right? Leave 16% and take out your initial investment. That way you still have some skin in the game, but you've taken out your initial investment and now you can use it for something else while you play with other people's money. See what I'm saying? MicroStrategy is like altcoins built on Bitcoin's back. I don't agree. For the reasons that I just gave, I don't agree. By the way, I will get back with you on... Hutanic, is that the email conversation that we're having? Is that what you're talking about? If so, yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. Your 2023 return though, dude. Come on. Patient one, I need you to hook me up with that little right in the back of the head. Those Meta VR glasses are on my mind on what the metaverse future holds. So you know I'm a member of the Metaverse Standards Forum. As a voting member of that forum, because we're a principal member, I'm privy to a lot of information about the metaverse and what's going on. Proud to be a member of that forum. The metaverse is going to be. I keep telling everybody, go watch Ready Player One. Go, really, like, all jokes aside, go watch Ready Player One. Here's why I say that. Pay attention to how they traverse through the various worlds. Oh, it's my baby girl. And I want you to think about every single aspect of how they traverse through each one of the worlds. From the clothes, to the devices, to the gear, to the hair, to the body, to the style. Pay attention to that. Every tiny little aspect is being discussed as we speak around the idea of interoperability within the metaverse. When I tell you the mind-blowing conversations, it seems, you would think that, oh, it's really boring. You're all talking that techno geeky, nerdy stuff, until you start to realize we're talking about user sovereignty, security, the look and feel of everything, interoperability between the various platforms that are out there, creating standards. I can't tell you how amazing that is. So imagine you get one of those gears when you look at the movie, and they make them now. You've got this setup, and you can run in place because it's got the board, and you can run in any direction like that because it's Omni, whatever the hell. Imagine those games like Super Mario Brothers, where you only went forward. How do you interact with that? There are a lot of things that need to be considered, and the creativity that happens, even in the geeky nerdy meetings that I have, it's insane. It's insane. And just for a guy like me, it's just wicked fun. Wicked fun. So when people ask me, why are you so positive on crypto and Web3? This is why. It's that kind of stuff. I know what's coming. It's crazy. And we're at the tip of the iceberg. The part where you only see the tip above the water and there's this whole gigantic thing underneath. Yeah, that. It is all so crazy. It's just so cool. So cool. I have paid it. Paying it is easy. Oh yeah, nah, I'm not even playing. I was just busting chops, man. Yeah, the paperwork is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Not even ridiculous, ridiculous. I know, that's why I value your take. Oh man, Holmes House, thank you, man. And if you don't believe me, you could actually go to the Metaverse Standards Forum and look up Rebel Visions. That's my company, and you'd see it. Dude, it is about to explode. They can't keep it down any longer. Man. I had somebody shoot me a message earlier today, and they were like, should I buy now? I mean, everything's up so much. Is anything near its all-time high? Shiba Inu is one of the hottest coins in the market right now. Is it near its all-time high? It's at 20. Its all-time high was like 86 or something like that. It's nowhere near its all-time high. And it is absolutely going to explode through its all-time high. So if you're looking at a 3.4 something X rise just to return to its all-time high, not beyond, just to return to its all-time high, how are you not buying? How are you not thinking, oh, I want 3 and almost 3.5x. I want that. How are you not doing your own research to figure out, like, what do you think the chances are of a given coin to achieve, to get back to its all-time high? How do you not want a piece of that action? How do you not want that? If you're a high school boy and the head cheerleader comes up to you and she says, hey, girl, you ain't got to ask me twice. Remember, back in high school, just saying, back in high school. I'm not trying to get in trouble, nothing like that. But you start to figure, like, what? One of the reasons why I created the GMB X Factor is because, the all-time high is a stamp in time. It's something that is possibly achievable. And you're just trying to get back to that. You're trying to gauge, can you get back to that? Do some research, you might be able to figure it out. For me, I look at Shiba Inu. You kidding me? Of course it's going to get back to that. Have you lost your mind? At least for me. I think I'm just like, yeah, it's going to get back to that. Excuse me. Just for Botanic, for S and Gs. Cardano is at 40 cents. It's above 40 cents right now. I can still hear people snoring. Why? How long ago was it that it was at, 28 cents or something like that? What's 28 cents? Because now I need to know. So, right there. No, it's not that. Let's go to 1 year. Ooh, baby. Golly. So 1 year ago, it was at 24 cents on not even a year. October 19th, it was at 24 cents. 2023, October 19th, 2023, almost a year ago. It's at 24 cents. Less than a year ago, on 3/11 of this year, it reached 77 cents. So its all-time high, $2.85, August 28th, 2021. Can I reach that all-time high again? So somebody please ask me what I would buy. Like right now, ask me what I would buy. Until then, I'll read this. China stimulus plus what the U.S. has to do to keep the system running will require more liquidity than 2008 when BTC was 16,000. Facts. Facts. What would I buy now? Thank you, Rick Ritchie. Somebody was listening. Sui, Pepe, SHIB, Cardano, Chainlink. Bitcoin is a given. I'd snatch some Ethereum because it's way undervalued. Ton. I'd snatch some ton. people are probably looking at me to try to go beyond that. So let's go do this. You guys can come on the ride with me. Come on the ride with me. So we'll just go down the list. Bitcoin, obviously. Ethereum, obviously. BNB chain, yes. Solana, I have a big bag already, so for me, no. XRP, yes, given the direction that it's in. Also, the news that I dropped this morning, no, go watch the video. Doge, no. I have a bag of Doge, I'm not buying anymore. Toncoin, yes, that's where my money for Doge would go, Ton. Because I want you to look at this. This is where Ton is at number 9. This is where Doge is at number 8. Ton has real use, and it's gaining big. I'd be going with Ton because I think Ton at some point is going to overtake Doge. Look how far away Cardano is from Doge. Both, I think, are going to overtake Doge. Excuse me. So yes, I would take both of those. Avalanche, no. Instead of Avalanche, I would do Shiba Inu. I would do Chainlink. Polkadot, not even close to being interested. Bitcoin Cash, hell to the yeah. Near Protocol, I'd snatch up a bag of that. Litecoin, ooh, Litecoin, damn. Yes, but in small quantities. Internet computer, hell to the no. Uniswap, maybe a little bit. Pepe already said yes. Sui said yes. Aptos, ooh, probably not. I have a bag of Aptos. I will absolutely not be adding to it. FET, which is Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, yes. I don't want to hear any crap. It's a D-Pins AI play. I'm absolutely doing that. BitTensor. No, because I already have alternatives for that. So for the answer for me it is no. Do I think it can, move up the list a little bit? Yes. But is it going to overtake some of the other coins that I've mentioned? No. So for that answer, no. Render. Yes. Render is a yes. And why is it? Well, AI. Moving on. Polygon. Hell to the yes. Hell to the yes. I think Polygon is one of the most unsung pieces of connective tissue that exists right now. So yes. Stacks. Do I really have to answer that? Fine. Yes. Absolutely yes. Why? Because it's going to shoot up better than Bitcoin and then wind up coming back. So yeah, I like Stacks, but I'm gonna invest in Stacks, but I'm gonna watch Stacks with a trader's eye. So when we top off with Bitcoin, I'm probably going to wind, that means Stacks is going to top off pretty soon thereafter. I'm going to dump Stacks, right? And then I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it as dry powder. I'm not going to reinvest it. I would hold it. What would I hold it in? USDT. Or if Shiba Inu comes out with their stablecoin, depending on what their pairs are, maybe that. But I'm probably going to hold it as USDT. Stellar. Ooh. Yes, only based on principles. I'd be buying Stellar. Immutable, you could. I'm not going to be mad if you do, but I'm not. Aave, yes. Filecoin, yes. D-Pins. Arbitrum, no. Optimism, no. Hedera. Hedera, yes. Because I think in the future it's going to be big. Right now, I think it's sleepy, but in the future, I think it's going to be big, like real big. Because the tech is different. I think it's going to work. Injective, yes. Dog with hat, yes. VeChain. I remember when VeChain was nowhere near the top 50, so yes. I forgot even where I put my VeChain. That's crazy. It's on one of my wallets. I saw it the other day. Cosmos, no. I have other coins where I think they beat Cosmos, so I'm just not feeling it. Phantom, no. And the reason why I'm thinking no is only because I have other coins that fill the void. So the answer for me is no. Bonk as a meme coin, yes, but I'm going to look at it as a trader with a trader's eye. Same thing with Pepe. Same thing with all the rest of the memes. No, SHIB is not a flippin' meme. What else is there? Yeah, this is my watch list. I'm not going over the list that's out there in public. I probably could, right? I probably could. So let's go back over here and let's call up that list. You already know that Tron, I'm not messing with it, never will. No. Litecoin, that one, I don't know what the heck happened there. Something's going on with the screen right there with this one. Maybe it'll refresh. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We already covered that. Caspa is a no for me. Did we miss anything else? Right there, Ethereum Classic ETC, hell to the no. Monero is a big maybe. I'm not going to be mad if somebody dipped into that. I probably would, just to have some on the side. I should actually add that just so I can track it. Yeah, whatever, man. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, just get rid of the screen. Yeah. First Digital USD, hell to the no. I have no interest in that. OKB, no. I told you Aave, yes. Filecoin, I'm not going to be mad if somebody else does, but I'm not. Arbitrum, no. Optimism, no. Chronos, hell to the no. Got burned on that once. Not going to do it again. Hedera, yes. Injective, yes. Dog with Hat, yes. VeChain, hell to the yes. Mantle, no. What does it do that some other coin doesn't already do? Is it going to move up, in that on that long list, that litany of lists that I just gave you? My answer is no. Gave you answers to those already. Cosmos, no. Phantom, no. Thorchain, absolutely not. That's a rune. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Thorchain. I just think I have stacks. I'm not going to be interested in it. The Graph, no. Bonk, I would as another meme. Floki, I would as another meme. Psy, I would. I have an interest in it. I think it's going to grow. Arweave is yes, because it's D-pins. I would say yes. Theta Network would not be a no for me. I just wouldn't go deep. For me, I wouldn't go long in that. Maker, no. Just too many things surrounding Maker. BitGet token, definitely not. Celestia, or there are other tokens that are doing something, and I don't know that it's going to move up the list, so I don't know that I'm going to be crazy interested. Jupiter, I already have some. Would I buy more? Being that it's 40% on the year to date, I probably would. There are a lot of reasons, but let's talk about it being the biggest DEX on Solana. There you go, done. Helium, yes. Polygon, Matic, no. Pole, yes, but Polygon Matic, it's done with. It's over. Lido, you could. I wouldn't be mad. Jasmine, not even if it was a gift. Algorand, great tech, unsung, will remain to be unsung because others have already surpassed it that have just as good tech. Ondo, yes. Core, no. Actually, I thought I had that, but I don't, so we're adding that. Bitcoin SV, no. I'll go up to 75. Mantra, no. WorldCoin, absolutely not. I just don't like the premise of it. Notcoin, I already have some. Would I add more? Would I add more right now, being that it's 31.59% below for, underwater for year to date? Yes. Because I think it's going to hit its all-time high. And if it does, well, I make bank off of where, from where it is right now, right? So, yeah. BitTorrent, no. That's a quick no. Brett, it's a big no for me. There's nothing driving me to Brett, so that's a big no. Flow, got burned on it once. For me, it's still a no. KuCoin, no. Quant, still a no. Beam, not going to be mad if somebody else does. That's my rundown. What's my pick on AI companies? How long do you think it's going to be before AI is going to be FET? It's going to be Render. Those are my top two choices. Everybody else is an also ran to me, because they're not coming to the table with anything that's going to be better than, right? For FET, or the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, they combine three different alliances, right? Three different projects right there. So yeah, where else am I going to go? So yeah, no, I'm gonna choose between those two. Um, I am for all blockchains. If you doubt ADA, you are not doing research. I would agree to that. Um, it's just one of the biggest running jokes, no doubt. Which I must have missed something. Oh, except Cardano. Um, Darts at anything because they all go up. Yes, but you have to monitor them. You can't just, they're not just going to go up for the sake of going up. They're going to go up and they're going to come down harder. Remember what I told you? Bitcoin's going to go up a certain amount. Other coins are going to go up a certain percentage beyond that. So what my plan is I'm going to be paying attention to those coins I think that would outpace Bitcoin. When I take my profit, I'm going to throw it back into Bitcoin, right? Why? Because the buying power of this versus this on Bitcoin is going to be greater. So that's where I'm going to go. So yeah, those are the picks. Those are the picks that I have right now. Been meaning to go through. I was going to do 100, and I'm just, maybe we'll go all the way up to 100 in a little while. I've been DCing SUI from about 70 cents. Smart person. Are you paying attention to any BTC ordinal assets or infrastructure? No. It comes down to math for me, right? There's going to come a point for me where I'm looking at how much money I'm going to make, because I'm betting on this is how far you're going to go with your GMB X factor. So if you can reach that again, I just have to do this math. I just have to figure out, do I have faith on you getting to that all-time high in this bull run? If you do, and I think you do, then are you going to bust through it? And if you do bust through it, how much are you going to bust through it? So my faith is Cardano's going to bust through it. Shiba Inu is going to bust through it. And when I say bust through it, I mean bust through it. I mean, like for Shiba Inu, I think that it can shave a zero. So there's that. Lex Luthor, I don't know how to help you. I definitely missed something there. Rick Ritchie, good question. I must have missed that question. Did I miss that question? No, I didn't miss that question. I answered it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Those would be my choices. Yes, I did answer it. Are you serious? AI. I literally answered that. I should make you go hit rewind, but I'll be nice. I said FET, which is supposed to turn into ASI, and I said render. There are a couple of others, but they're offshoots. So if I'm just going over the top, 78? We hit 78 today. I'm just going to pay attention to that. Yeah, those are the two, render and ASI. Or FET. That's the ASI. FET hasn't changed over to ASI just yet. I don't know what Chamath is, who Chamath is, and likes Tau. I don't know what Tau is. What's the rule for me looking up a coin? It's what's the coin market cap rank? What is its market cap? And are their coin, is their circulation verified? I know you missed it. You're too busy cracking jokes, old man. Probably still doing paperwork. Oh, yeah, I don't like the All In podcast. I listen to the All In podcast because I want to know what wealthy people are thinking, but I can't stand any one of them. Can't stand any one of them. They disgust me. But if you listen to that podcast, you really can pick up some pearls of information. You really, really can. I just When they talk politics, I don't watch those episodes, even in the slightest of ways, because it'll be a theme all the way through. So I've made a decision that I'm not going to tune into it until after the elections, because they'll just keep yapping about crap that'll just piss me off. So I'm just like, yeah, nah. While Joaquin says, while BTC directly impacts MSTR value, it tends to rise faster than BTC during upswings and fall harder during pullbacks. Do they pay a dividend? I haven't looked that up. So have you looked that up? Yeah, they do. So on an upswing, I'm going to hold it, right? Because they shoot up faster. That was my whole point. It shoots up faster than Bitcoin. So anything that shoots up faster than Bitcoin, I'm looking to do a couple of things. If I haven't made all of my capital back, all of my initial investment back, I'm going to shave profit, leave the rest until I can shave profit, and I'll keep shaving profit until I'm 100% playing with other people's money, right? I will take some of that money, drop it into Bitcoin. I have my percentages, and I drop some into Bitcoin and I drop some into dry powder. That's how I manage my profit. Some goes into the coins that I want, and the rest of it goes into dry powder. That's how I replenish my dry powder. From my sometimes lying friend, I have no idea what you're talking about there. And pullbacks reflecting investor sentiment and leveraged nature of the company investment. You need periods and commas sometimes, man. Yeah, ChatGPT lies. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't rely 100% on ChatGPT. Don't do that. It's going to be a big mistake. It's going to be a big mistake. Don't take it as fact. Take what it says, go research it, trust but verify. Please, 100% of the time, trust but verify. ChatGPT will often get it wrong, and it'll be wrong when you absolutely need it to not be wrong. Do not take it for 100%, all right? It's a big deal. One of my guys still working, cracking jokes. Confirm what I had researched already. Cool. But you see what I mean? But you're trusting but verifying. I don't mind that. It's just that when people come to me and they say ChatGPT this, ChatGPT that, I stop listening after a while. Because most people do not know how ChatGPT works, how all those engines work. If you understood how those engines work, you'd be like me. You'd be like, well, it's good for certain things. You know what I mean? It's good for certain things. We are at a minimum 4 weeks out. Exciting people. Yeah. I'd agree with that. But yeah, always have some kind of corroborating information. But again, my strategy is I'm specifically looking for coins that will outpace Bitcoin on the rise, that will also most likely outpace Bitcoin on the fall. But as long as they're outpacing Bitcoin on the rise, let's say Bitcoin rises here, they're going to rise here. I'm going to sell this to get this, because it's going to fall first. This might fall faster, but this is going to fall first. So as soon as I see this start to fall, I'm snatching. That's what I mean by I'm looking at it and watching it with a trader's eye, not a hodler's eye. Stacks isn't going to track BTC, methinks. Stacks is, I think, going to outpace BTC. There are a lot of coins out there that are going to outpace BTC. Facts. For right now, for at least the short term. That's why I'm using those coins and the profits from those coins to rack up Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin in the future, told you, Bitcoin is not like all the other coins. Bitcoin is going to be something you hold, not something you use. So you're not going to catch me paying for something with Bitcoin. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll use other stuff. I'm not going to use Bitcoin. Hopefully Stacks can unlock yield on BTC. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Stacks isn't the only one I'm looking at. And I'm also looking at stacks because it's development platform. So yeah, I like that stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking about how money is going to move, how digital assets are going to move. That's what's interesting to me right now. I'm paying very close attention to that. Very close attention. I want to maximize return for a serious purpose. And the purpose is I am not going to watch Bitcoin achieve an all-time high and then ride it all the way down, right? I want to drop the, take my profits, let everything finish dropping. I'll keep that money on the sidelines. USDT, whatever stable coin there is, I'll just keep that money on that, keep those assets on the sideline, stake some stuff, still be making money, keep it on the sideline until we hit bottom, and then buy like a mofo. Buy like a mofo. Joaquin, go stand in the corner, man. Go stand in the corner. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. Go stand in the corner. I see you. I see you. You're trying to cause trouble. It's been good all night. Only had to scold him once. And here you are trying to poke the bear. Poke the bear. Hell is wrong with you? Go stand in the corner. Yeah, 2021 actually. Yeah. Not going to watch it go down. Not going to ride it down. A lot of people did that. I'm not watching it ride down. I'm going to snatch profit all over. I told you guys before, I am absolutely willing to dump everything. When I see that everything's starting to drop, sell, dump. What's the worst case scenario? It gets to a point and I just buy back in. So I'm willing to dump everything to do that. Except maybe Bitcoin. I might sell some Bitcoin because I see it drop like 20%, 15, 10, 15%. But yeah, I'm willing to dump it all. Drop it into, like I said, USDT, USDC, stake that ish, right? And when it hits trough, when it hits bottom, I'm going to go buy some stuff on sale. And a lot of it. But then by that time, the market's changed. Right? So I know Bitcoin will still be there. I know Ethereum will still be there. Possibly Solana. There'll be Cardano, Ton. There'll be certain coins that'll still be there. I'll be buying back into them. Other coins, well, we have to see if they actually survive. It's a different world. It's a different world. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of those yikes kind of moments. But I'm absolutely willing to dump it all. Dump it all, let it sit, let it hit those bottoms. Because what did it do? It dropped, lingered, dropped, lingered, dropped, lingered, dropped, lingered. I'll wait for it to drop and linger. Won't surprise me if we get right back where we are right now when it drops the next time. We can do the math on and predict where it's gonna drop to, and then just sit there and wait for it to return. I'm an old man, so if I'm around for that, I'm probably investing strictly for my kids. Strictly for my kids. Dump all that crap into a trust, fund a trust for it, and start paying everybody's bills. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Have, buy a few businesses, have that cash inflow. That's what I'm talking about. That's kind of stuff I would do. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I'm dropping a new video, as well as become a member. And don't forget, always do your own research. What was that last one? Human nature is a trip. Oh, hell yeah. I told people to buy BTC when it was at 16,000 last year. They were like, nah. Yeah, and they're all crying now. You're most welcome, Paula. What if they apply what you taught them and outpace your investments? What then is your goal? I don't understand the question. Who's they and them? I don't understand your question like at all. You're most welcome, Hom's house. I don't understand that question. Save that question for the big bagger meetup, I would say. Oh, my kids, same goal. Same goal. That doesn't change. So they have bigger nests. I don't care. Told you, I'm living for my last name, not my first name. My first name doesn't matter. My last name matters. My kids, my grandkids, all my heirs, that's what matters. So if I can give them more money now and they know how to apply what I'm teaching them, hell to the yeah. That means they would have more to play with. If I pay their bills, they have more to play with. So the money from my trust trickles down into their trust. Trickles down, trickles down, trickles down. That's how you build multi-generational wealth. Anyway, GMB conference in Cancun. Takes money to do that, my friend. Takes money to do that. And we need to earn more money. We need more people to watch commercials. We need just more. That's odd. I didn't get any. Have any of you seen any commercials run tonight? That's weird. It's almost as if commercials weren't running. That's very weird. Maybe I have to turn that on. I have to look at the settings. Anyway, everybody, enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you again on Sunday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.